If you're about to launch a job search campaign or indeed just do some online applications, then it is most likely that you're going to be asked to provide references. So who should you nominate? How many people should you have? What information should you hand over? When should you hand over that information? Well, the purpose of this short video is to answer all of those questions. Hello, my name is Stephen Wright. I'm a career coach here at Career Mentor, and we help high-performing financial services professionals make their next smart career move. Let's get right into it. Who should you nominate? Well, I think people that you've reported to directly are first on the list, and then maybe some senior managers at a higher level than those people who you have reported to. Perhaps some colleagues that you worked alongside, maybe if relevant, people who have reported to you, and also if relevant, maybe some suppliers or colleagues that you have or customers that you have sold to. So I think that's pretty much a good broad list of people. So how many people should you have on that list? Well, I think we want to make sure that our list is manageable, and yet we want variety. So I'm going to say between 3 and 6 people. And what should you say to these people? Well, I think the key thing is that well ahead of time, you should reach out to these people and say, look, I'm about to launch a job search campaign, and would you support me in this matter? Make sure that you get correct and up-to-date contact details, how that person wants to be contacted, whether it be via LinkedIn or text or email, when they would like to be contacted, and importantly, when not to be contacted. So I think that's pretty much the information you need. Now, if there's a gap between when you've had that conversation and when you actually pull the trigger and start those online job applications or your job search, then you want to go back to those people and say, look, I'm now starting just to remind you of that conversation, and I may well be putting your name forward as a referee. So the next question then comes, well, when should you hand this information over? If you're making an online job application, then it is most likely that a required field will be to name some referees at this very early point. And the same may go if you're being asked into an interview. The firm that is going to interview may well have some sort of internal recruitment portal, and they may require you to offer references at this very early stage. The other point at which you may be asked for this information will be at the back end. They've met you, they've liked you, they want to put in a verbal offer, and the offer is contingent on reference taking. So at this point, they ask for your references. So I guess the next question is, well, is it possible for me to change up the references that I've nominated? And the answer is absolutely yes. You may have discovered during the interview process that there are people who may be more relevant and can speak better to a particular aspect of your value proposition. And so reach out to those people and tell them that you're in this process and you're about to nominate them if they're still happy for that to be the case. Tell the firm that's recruiting that you want to change up the names and explain to them the reason why, but not to contact that person until you've checked in with them. I suppose the next question then is, well, what information do I need to provide? Well, you probably need to give them the name and the contact details of the person that you're nominating as reference, and also the nature of the relationship that you have with them, and then finally when and when not to contact that person and via what medium. So for example, it might sound like, well, Joe Bloggs is one of my references. I've known him since 2015. He's been a client of mine since December of 2018. He works at this particular firm and he's a portfolio manager. You can reach him on this mobile number, and only please contact him via text between 9 and 5, certainly not after 5 o'clock, and certainly not on the weekend. And he'll get back to you as soon as he can. He's very good like that. And then you can give that sort of information over for the 2 or 3 references that they've asked for. Not all references will be contacted, and sometimes firms will outsource this particular function to firms that specialize in that. So I hope you found that useful. I'll be putting the blog that I wrote about this in the comments below here on LinkedIn. And if you're watching this on YouTube, welcome to our YouTube channel. Please do hit the subscribe button and like this if you feel it's worthy of it. And also, if you feel that this video could be useful for anybody that you know who's going through a job search process at the moment, then please do feel free to share this. And if you are going through a job search process yourself and feel that you want to have a chat, then please do get in touch. All my contact details are at the top of my LinkedIn profile, and I'll be very delighted to have that conversation. And thanks very much.